அருட்பெருஞ்சோதி அருட்பெருஞ்சோதி தனி பெருங்கருணை அருட்பெருஞ்சோதி. It is my great privilege to be among such highly evolved disciples, bhaktas of our glorious saint Ramalinga. Thank you for this privilege. So today I intend to put two hymns under the spotlight and take salient words, salient diction out of it, and just deconstruct it and make it relevant to today. First of all, I want to say that I know nothing. You know, if the physicists at CERN have not even discovered a complete atom, if they don't even understand a complete atom, they're still trying to understand subatoms and molecules, then what we know is microparticles. So I start off by saying I know nothing. And I want to accomplish three things. That is to put the two hymns, Ramalinga, Jyoti Vu Jyoti, under the spotlight. And thirdly, I want to share my experience at Chidambaram in comparison to our saints' experience in Chidambaram. Should be interesting. So, line 1 of Ramalinga. Ramalinga Siva Yoga Siddhiyellam Vilanga. Every word is so powerful, it is so deep. If we had to unpack every word, we could write an entire PhD thesis on every single word. That's how powerful it is. So Ramalinga. Tiru is holy. Vilanga means revelation. So our saint, our glorious saint, looked at the flame in meditation, in complete attention, and he received revelations. That is how he was able to write thousands of verses. That is so powerful that it is difficult for moderns like us, like fools like us, to even attempt to deconstruct. So, Vilanga refers to revelations. When I think of revelations, I think of what he was given by Lord Shiva as revelations, which is our Arutpa, which is all the scripture he downloaded. I also think about Srinivasa Ramanujan, who was one of the greatest mathematicians in the world. He sat in the Shakti temple, and he says his mother, that's God, the goddess, wrote in blood all of the equations, the mathematical equations. You know, that's what he saw in his mind's eye as he was sitting in meditation. think about Nikola Tesla. He also received downloads. And his download was that if you understand the numbers of 3, 6 and 9, you could access the secrets of the universe. That is the 5th dimension. We are in the 3rd dimension of matter. When we access the 5th dimension of energy, this is when we get the downloads. So, the word Shiva refers to Lord Shiva or Nama Shivaya, referring to the 5 elements, right? And this body consists of the 5 elements. Na is earth, Ma is water, C is fire or sun, Va is air or wind, and Ya is space. Yoga refers to union of the male energy and the female energy within this material body. Yoga refers to the electron and the proton coming together in union. So, yoga is union within ourselves. It is not with an external person. I might be wrong, but I think that it's impossible to get into union with a person that is external of you. And I'm going to attempt to demonstrate this. So, if we do this, you could try with me, right? Do this. This is union. That's union of the electron-proton within yourself. That's union. That is the Ida and Pingala on either side of the Sushumna. Right? So, if we do this, with another person outside of us, whether it's husband, child, whoever, can we ever do this all the time with somebody else? This is called entanglement. When we do this, we're entangling energies. It's only for yoga. It's only for union. It's only when you are sitting in meditation. Because this asana, this posture, is when you are bringing yourself together in alignment. The the 7 chakras are in alignment when we do this, because it is in complete attention. You are paying attention to yourself, and the axon and dendrites are actually touching, and so there is electricity that is being activated within the system. So, my perception is connecting with the elements within us to ignite the flame of divine union within you. That is the yoga that our glorious saint speaks about. Shiva Yoga. Get into yoga, get into union with the Namansavaya within us. It's just my simple understanding, which I'm sharing. As I said at the outset, I know nothing. So I'm trying to draw scientific parallels and relevance for us Shakti balance within us can only be achieved if there is an alignment of the 7 chakras. And if there is total alignment, then the energy dimensions of the Annamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha can be when there's complete alignment, that means that the antenna is in a position to receive the download from the 5th dimension. It's as simple as that. When we are in alignment, then we get the antenna in a position that is ready to download from the 5th dimension. So, I spoke to you about Nikola Tesla, and he said that 369 is a secret to tap into the universe, frequency or vibration. So, he says that we are energy beings, we are frequency beings, and we are vibrational beings. And I want you to join me in a little demonstration. Would you like to? Yes. So you could try this at home. If you want to tap into the universe, it's something I do every day, every morning at 3:20 in the morning. And I'm sharing with you a practice of mine. So you can do this. Thank you for allowing me this privilege of being in union with you right within me. Thank you for insulating, fortifying me, and forever protecting me. I thank you for the 21,600 breaths that you have allocated for me for today. And I will be the best version of myself because I know you have made me in your image. You know, Sadhguru says that the secret of ending all unhappiness, the secret of ending all misery is what? Any guesses? 100 bucks. Any guesses? What is the one secret? It's one word. One secret to ending all suffering in the world. Sadhguru says, you all have merit in what you say. But Sadhguru says that the one word that ends all suffering in the world is space. There must be space between people. There must be space between situations. There must be space between events. If there's space, then people can walk their own journey. You know, we have to be like parallel lines. You know, the railway track. So, husband and wife must walk their own journey and come together. You know, a very great French philosopher by the name of Jean-Paul Sartre, he said, marriage is a communion between two people, where each one lives their individual life but comes together for common objectives. So we need to practice that. Live our own life. We cannot be entangled with our spouses. We cannot be entangled with our children or family members, whoever it is. Because nobody will move. Nobody will move, and we demonstrated that. Can you imagine holding your husband's hand like this all the time? Who's going to move anywhere? Huh? You can only do that when you're doing yoga within yourself. Right? So space is very important. So a very great scientist by the name of Bruce Lipton, he said human beings are human batteries. We are human batteries. We are electromagnetic waves and we electromagnetic batteries. Each one of us have 50 trillion cells in our body. And each cell can be measured by 1.4 volts of electricity. I'm going to repeat that. It consists of 50 trillion cells. Every cell is 1.4 volts of electricity. Multiply that, you got 70 trillion volts of electricity running in this body. All of us are electromagnetic walking batteries. Bruce Lipton, you can research it. So we must be careful about who is in our circuit, who touches us, who's in our space, because we transfer energy. If you are vibrating at this level, you are vibrating closest to our glorious saint, because you are within that frequency. So there are people who operate at lower frequency. Nikola Tesla says we are frequency beings. And when we get this, then we're going to live life in a very simple way. We're not going to worry about somebody who's not in our frequency. There's a misconception that everybody must come with us on our journey. No, we can't. There's only one space, little space for us to walk. Right? So you're going to keep that path very clear for your own journey. Right? So there are people who will operate at different levels of the spiritual ladder. You know, if you look at the electroproton shells, right? At the outer shell, you'll find many shells, like 16 to 32 electrons and protons. But the shell that is closest to the source, to the nucleus, it's just got 2 electron and proton. That's the closest to the source. So as you ascend the spiritual ladder, you will leave behind people who have not done the work, who have not done the spiritual work. You have to leave them behind. Whether it's husband, wife, children, whoever. You have to leave them behind until they do the work, until they take the time to sit like this, listen to discourses, read the scripture. That's work. That's doing spiritual work. You are walking the spiritual journey. So you can only be around people who have done the work themselves, who understand the spiritual wisdom. So Kavalapada, don't worry. If somebody is not in your journey, it's okay. Next lifetime they is there as well. You will come back to learn the same lesson. So, our saint said, you know, he was able to write the Agava and thousands of magnificent verses, and he said, you are the light. He says, Jyoti will Jyoti. The light within the light. He looked at the Agava in his room and he meditated upon it. You know, he had the mirror and he had the Agava and he meditated upon it for hours every day. And if you look at it, you see the flame within the flame, the micro flame and the macro flame. And he said, we are the light within the light. In other words, we are the micro light. Lord Siva, the Naman Siva is a macro light. We are forever protected. We are forever insulated. We are forever fortified. There's not a moment that we are not protected. How could we ever not be protected? So, and as the light, we must be unaffected by external events. You know, if you look at that light, if I praise it, oh, you're so bright, you're so beautiful. Wow, you are so brilliant. It didn't glow brighter, right? It's not burning brighter. I'm praising it. What happened to you? Why do you look so dull today? Did it change? Is it emitting light that is any dimmer? Illa. Whether I'm praising it, whether I'm critiquing it, it is absolutely of equanimity of mind. It is the same. What is it doing? It's merely emitting its nature. It is merely giving off its light. That is its nature. So whoever can say anything external of us, you be yourself, your loving self. Sadhguru says, fix yourself. 2 words, fix yourself. Anything can be happening around you. You must be like that light, unaffected. Fix yourself. Get involved but not entangled. We got to get involved in events around us. Get involved but not entangled. This is being entangled where nobody moves. Involving means where there's a need and what you can do, you do. Right? So, we need to imbibe this lesson from our glorious saints simply to emit our light with an equanimity of mind and heart. So I'm going to come to the last aspect now of what I said in Chidambaram, right? Our glorious saint as a 5-month-old baby, his parents took him to Chidambaram and he saw the priest parted the screen, the golden screen. Now the golden screen is 1 meter long, right? And they say it's called the space there is called the Chidambaram Rahasyam, right? The Chidambaram secret, right? So when our saint went there as a 5-month-old baby, he burst out laughing. And when they interviewed him as an adult, he said, when the divine light ascended upon me, happiness descended upon me. That was his happiness. He became ecstatic to see the light, the divine light. So you know, I went to Chidambaram. Different saint, same spot. Same spot, same temple, different priest. He parted the golden curtain. It's made out of virga leaves, golden leaves. And he said, Parama, Parama. Ragasya Parama. And looking. The only thing that descended upon me was a deep frown on my forehead. Because I could see nothing. I didn't see light. I didn't see anything. I just saw a void, pitch black void, darkness. So Patya, so astounded and so shocked. As I'm looking into the space, I'm thinking, what? I spent my whole life saving, coming from South Africa. I came here, we had to pay so much of bribe to get to the front of the queue and to stand in this spot to see this great secret. But all I'm seeing is nothingness. Came out of there. It's only now that I understand that his divine light, what he saw was his own light, because that's the purpose of the mirror. The purpose of a mirror that he used, our glorious saint used, was whatever is reflected, that is the consciousness. That is the screen, the mirror. Whatever you see in the mirror is what you are projecting. So he is divine light, and that's why he saw divine light. I have been shrouded by all of this blackness, this ego, where my light is not shining. Nothing. I saw nothing because this great ego that is obscuring my light. Hence I saw nothing. But only now I understand that we are nothing. We come from nothingness and we shall return to nothingness.
Thank you, dear Mother and Melissa Gaudio, for that enlightening discourse. You truly will feel interesting. Father,